Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a full glam look and everything has came from the Dollar Tree. I don't know why, but I absolutely love doing videos for the Dollar Tree because it still amazes me that you can get great looks with such cheap products. So without further ado, let's go get glam. Okay, so the only thing I'm still struggling to get from my Dollar Tree is concealer. And this is what it looks like. It's from e.l.f. and it's a color correcting stick. I'm a little nervous about it, but how bad could it be? So I'm just going to put this under my eye because I have really dark circles under my eye. So hopefully this will help get rid of that. I don't normally do concealer first because normally I put my foundation on first and then I put like a lighter concealer under my eye. But since this is a color correcting type thing, I always put them on first. Just because the color, as you can tell, is pretty different. It's definitely more orange. For the foundation, we are using the Mega Cushion Foundation with SPF 15 from Wet and Wild. And that is what it is. And I am in the color Nude Beige. So it comes with this little cushion thing right here, but I'm going to attempt using my sponge. It is a cushion foundation. So I'm just going to press my sponge in there and see if... okay, rethink. We're going to do it with this because it's a little more dense and maybe I can get a little more off. So this does have a little bit of a smell to it. It just smells like sunscreen. I don't think it's horrible. I've definitely smelled way worse. And it seems like it's kind of, like if I just press in the middle, I don't get much. But if I kind of press over to the sides, like over on the edge out here, if I press it out that way, I seem to get a lot more product. And I'm not making sure it's perfect with this little thing. I'm just trying to get it on my face. Okay, so I feel like I got a decent amount on my face. I'm just going to dip my sponge back into that just because I'm going back over it so it doesn't pick up all the product. And this seems to have, like, I would say medium to full coverage. I wouldn't say it's 100% full coverage because I can still see a little bit of my little splotches underneath there. But I feel like it's definitely a decent amount of coverage. That's for sure. And this color on me is actually a pretty good match. Okay, got that all spread out. My skin, I definitely feel like looks glowy. I really like this. I mean, the cushion part of this is not my favorite style. To me, it just makes it harder to get stuff out of it when it's like that. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with their setting powder, and this is the color Nude, and it's by LA Colors. A lot of their stuff that they have is by LA Colors, but surprisingly, this time when I went in, which e.l.f. is super affordable anyways, but they actually had some e.l.f. lipstick, and that color corrector was by e.l.f. And actually, you know what? Once I got it on, it actually it actually covers under my eyes pretty well. Not too bad. And I'm just going to take one of my bigger, fluffier brushes, go ahead and set my face. Okay, now that our face is set, I think I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. Just in case, if it's rough, I can still fix it and my face isn't completely done. So they actually had some eyeshadow brushes, and this is what it looks like. It's actually very soft, and this is just called their Crease Brush. So the palette I got this time was for LA Colors, and this is what it looks like. I'm hoping these shimmers show up better than the ones did last time. And the name of this palette is called Almost Nude. So I'm gonna start out with this middle shade right here. And I'm just running that in the crease. You can definitely see the shimmer in it. And there's a little bit of fallout in the pan, but honestly, I haven't used an eyeshadow yet that doesn't have fallout in the pan. I mean, you stick a brush in there and like do it all around. I don't see how you can't have fallout. I actually like this brush really good too. It's soft, it's not pokey, it's blending it on my eye really well. They also had this palette, and I used this in my other Dollar Tree video. I'll link it down below. But this one is lacking a darker shade, so I'm just gonna go in with this color right here. That's the color I used in my last video. So we're going to try this one out. And I'm just going to build this up on that outer corner because I got some fake eyelashes from the dollar store. The only thing I'm not super excited about is they do have that like eyeliner strip on them is what I call it. I'm sure there's more of a professional word to call it, but that's just what I call it. So we're going to be doing eyeliner all the way across our eyes today. Something I used to do all the time. Honestly, I don't really do it that much anymore. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that very first brush. I haven't put anything else on it, but I'm just blending those harsh edges out real quick. Not super dark, but it actually held up pretty well. I'm just going to go back right here, clean that edge up a little bit. And this has nothing to do with Dollar Tree. It's just how I do my eyeshadow. I like it to come over as far as I want it. And I'd rather just go back in and clean up with this instead of like worrying about placing it exactly. Okay, we're going to go back into the first palette and use this color right there. Pretty soft pink. Or that's at least what it looks like in the pan. These colors definitely, the shimmers do better than that other palette. I'm going to go back in with a little more of that first color and just do it right across there. And I'm just going to use that pinky color that we just put all over our lid to highlight right underneath our eyebrows as well. Okay, so next I'm going to do my eyebrows. The only thing that it doesn't have is a spoolie, so I just have a spoolie right here I'm going to use. So this came in a 2-pack. So I got the eyeliner and then the eyebrow pencil. I think you can use them like vice versa. Like it's not necessarily just an eyebrow pencil or eyeliner. I think it's a combo. So, and this is the color black brown. So I'm definitely going to be super light-handed with it as I drag it through my brows because I don't want it to be super bold. It's definitely not like my favorite because first off, you have to sharpen it. I guess in that kind of sense, I'm a little bougie. I don't like to sharpen stuff because I feel like I'll waste product. So maybe I'm not bougie, I'm cheap. And I feel like when you have to sharpen stuff, you always lose some of the product. It doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna lose some of that product. Like NYX has some lip liners. I'll still buy it every time because it's one of my favorite colors, but you have to sharpen them. But they also have some you don't have to. But it's not too bad when it's a drugstore. But when I'm getting something that's high-end, I'm probably not going to buy it if I have to sharpen it because it's more money and then I'm going to lose product when I'm sharpening it. So it is what it is. So our eyebrows are done. I actually think they look pretty good. This is definitely like a more waxy type formula. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and just use this on my eyes too. So I'm just going to try to do thinner line on my eyes just so it's as small as possible. Okay, so I got it on this eye. It's definitely a little bit harder to work with. It's not a smooth gliding. So this for eyebrows I think is fine, but it's more of like a waxy consistency. So it's definitely harder to get on your eyes. Okay, don't use these as eyeliner. Wet and Wild, which these are by Wet and Wild, but they have a it's a retractable eyeliner. It's their breakup proof. I have it in black and brown, and it's one of my absolute favorites. So I also got this white eyeliner. Kind of nervous about it now, but I'm going to put it in my waterline and see how it does. This, when you put a white pencil in your eye, it helps to open your eyes up. See the difference? So this actually isn't horrible. It's going on way easier than the top eyeliner I used did. So this is definitely a lot easier. So that's not too bad. Okay, so now let's do our face. We are going to use the LA Color bronzer in just bronze. It's not a super big pan, but I mean, it's $1. Can we really complain? I guess you could. This does a really good job at just warming up the skin. It hasn't been patchy when I've used it. It definitely, for $1, it definitely does a really good job. Do it under my jawline. Let's hit my cheeks a little more since we're doing more glam. Okay, so I've got a new blush in the color Berry Plum. That is what it looks like. I really love berry type colors, so I really hope this is good. Well, that's a little much, but I'll fix it. The first time I tapped it off and nothing came off, so the second time I didn't tap it and got a little too much. But that's okay. Just go over that a little bit with my sponge. I actually like this color. It's a very pretty color. Really good winter color. What y'all think about it? You think this is the color you would use or not really your style? Okay, for highlighter, I still have not found a highlighter at mine. So we're going to use our eyeshadow palette and we're going to use this color right here. Because I love a good gold bronzy color. Oh yeah. This works good as a highlighter. Can you see it? One of my most favorite highlighters is by e.l.f. And I was bringing it back to the room and because I have like a makeup room, and I reached to put something on the counter and it fell out of my hand and it busted. I'm so upset. So I'm like trying to like put it back in there. I just shut it and laid it on the counter. But I saw where you can like do it with some setting spray and like pack it back down in there. So I'm gonna attempt to do that just because I love it. I'm just going back over it because I feel like this just helps melt everything into the skin. I really like that. Okay, so I also found a new mascara. It's LA Colors Volumizing Mascara Extra Volume. So this is what the little tube looks like. And this is what it looks like on. So I put 3 coats on top and 1 on bottom because I've just opened it so it's a little bit more wet. But I think it did a pretty decent job. Like you can definitely see my eyelashes. It's not the most, volumizing I've ever used, but it's actually not a bad job for $1. So they also have these lashes there as well. As you can see, they have a little band on them. And this is what they look like on. So I had a little bit of issues with them in the inner corner right here. I had trouble getting them to stay down. I don't know if that was the glue or if the eyelashes themselves are a little bit stiffer, but I think I finally got them where they need to be. So last but not least is lipstick. So I got this one from LA Colors. It's a dual. It has the lipstick up top. I'll swatch it on my hand. That is what it looks like. It's a pretty berry color. And also, on the other end, it has this lip gloss. I'm going to swatch it right beside it. It's just a pretty, like, glossy pink. They also, at another one I went in, had this by e.l.f. And I love e.l.f. They're probably my favorite. And that is what it looks like. And it's a pretty pink too. So I'm going to put the e.l.f. color on first. This is to me, this is a very pretty summer color. It's really creamy. So that is the e.l.f. color. I just love this color. It's not the greatest color for the eye look and the cheek look. It's definitely bolder. Okay, so I got that wiped off. Let's try this one out. This feels really good going on the lips too. Oh, it smells like candy. Okay, so that is that color, and it is of course, a little more berry than the other. Neither one of these lipsticks are going to be very long wearing. They're both very creamy, so they're definitely going to transfer onto everything. Oh my gosh, this stuff smells so good. So if you're looking for, withstand you all night, this ain't gonna do it. But if you just love pretty lip colors, I love both of these colors, and this color is Flushed. It's a horrible name. Alright guys, that is our final look, and I have to say, the face products, I always love the ones that come from the Dollar Tree. They always do really well. The eyeshadow is okay. I mean, it's $1. It's not going to be magnificent. The eyeliner, don't get it. Just don't do it. The lashes, I've had them on probably about 30 minutes now, and I have to say, I really can't feel them on, so I would definitely give them a try. Maybe get a different glue, but overall, not too bad. I'm going to do a wear test, so I'll check in about 4 hours just to see how it's still looking, so I'll know that as well. Hey guys, I'm just doing a check-in. I have had this makeup on for 5.5 hours now. It has faded just a little bit, but honestly, guys, it still looks pretty good. Like, of course, the lips is pretty much all gone. But the eyelashes are holding on good. The foundation still has a decent amount of coverage. You can still see my bronzer and blush, and you can still see that highlighter. So overall, definitely not bad. So let's take these off. The one thing I was worried about was my little boy just came in. Hey, Bubba. The one thing I was worried about is the eyelash glue. So I'm going to take one of those off and see. Hopefully my eyelashes don't come out. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Okay, I definitely don't like this glue. I got 1 or 2 of them, but not too bad. I would definitely recommend a different glue. I'll link the glue I use down below. But that is everything. If you hadn't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. Can't wait to see y'all again. Bye!